strengthen regulatory oversight and control over the market by appointing GoldBod inspectors and inaugurating a GoldBod task force to enforce our mandate and make sure that there is compliance, because what is the essence of the law if you cannot enforce the law? And that, coupled with the scrapping of the 1.5% withholding tax on processed small-scale gold, has helped us to reduce, not to eliminate, but reduce the incidence of gold smuggling. You know, then we also introduced a very effective aggregation system, where we within a cycle of T+3, we advance cedis received from the Bank of Ghana through our aggregator to tier 2 buyers, to tier 1 buyers for gold purchases, and in a matter of 3 days we have the gold in Accra for shipment. And so this effective aggregation system deployed in all mining districts, coupled with the scrapping of the 1.5% withholding tax and our fair pricing system, is what has led to the significant strides we have made in terms of the volume of gold we are able to mop up. So the whole of last year, we were able to export only about 66 tons of gold for the small scale sector. Now by August, we had crossed that. We had done about 67. August this year alone. I've not even added September. The whole of last year, we got $4.6 billion from small scale gold. This year we've got a nearly $6 billion. Now let me put it in perspective. The Bank of Ghana just released the summary of economic and financial data for September 2025, and if you check that, you will appreciate the importance of the GoldBod, because you see, from January to September of this year, our total export earnings as a country has been $17.9 billion. All our exports. Gold has given us $11.2 billion out of the 17.9.
Wow. Cocoa
gave us $2.4 billion. Oil gave us $1.8 billion. Other exports gave us $2.4 billion. Together, $17.9 billion. Gold alone, 11.2. And out of that 11.2, the small scale sector alone gave us nearly $6 billion. So in percentage terms, over 35%, that is more than a third of all our entire export earnings have come from the small scale sector alone, which is now doing better in exports, both in volume and value, than large scale for the first time in history. You see, and due to these significant inflows of FX, which I believe was always there, but because we didn't have a GoldBod to harness it, we were not reaping the benefits of it. Due to that, the cedi from January till August has appreciated by 21%, despite the recent challenges we had. If you take the performance of the cedi cumulatively against the dollar, January to August, it is appreciation rate of 21%. Same time last year, the cedi depreciated by 23.5%. 23.5%. Now, you know that once your cedi is appreciating in that significant manner, it impacts inflation. So that is why you've seen the rate of inflation decline from 23.8%, I believe, as at December last year, 23.8, to now 11.5 as at August this year. Then we are seeing something very instructive. Lending rates are also going down. The average lending rate, according to the Bank of Ghana, as of December 2024, was 30%. Today, it has come down to 24%. Then, what is even more striking is the public debt. The public debt we took over from the MPP was 767 billion Ghana cedis, thereabout. 726 billion. Now, that debt has, as of December 2024, that debt has reduced by 97 billion. So now you're talking about 628 billion. In terms of debt to GDP, we took it from 61% public debt to GDP. Today, 44.9%. All on account of the appreciation of the cedi. To even take a detailed look at the debt dynamics, you know that the external, our debt is in two folds: the domestic component, and the external debt. The external debt, our external obligations to our bilateral partners and other things. And as of December 2024, externally, Ghana owed $28.3 billion. $28.3 billion. Because the exchange rate was so high, because we didn't have forex, that translated into 416 billion cedis. Now, that external debt has gone up marginally from $28.3 billion. As at August, it is 29 billion. So marginally, $0.7 billion increase. But because of the way the exchange rate has performed, in cedi terms, it has reduced from 416 billion cedis to 305 billion cedis. So the external debt alone has reduced by 111 billion cedis on account of the appreciation of the cedi. Meaning that the amount of money we are using to service our external debt, which used to be 416 billion, now has gone down because the external debt in cedi terms is 305 billion. Significantly. Okay, and like President Mahama said, this is attributable partly to the good work that all of us have done at the GoldBod. So these are early days yet. We are not getting complacent, but we are happy that about these early successes, and our objective is to sustain it and to even look at other areas that the GoldBod Act mandates us to look at, areas of value addition and so on, that I believe that we may get a time to discuss. So far, so good. What you've heard is true. The numbers are there for anybody to check. Gold exports have been unprecedented, not only because the price of gold has gone up, but also because in terms of volumes, we are almost doubling, volumes. And it is because of these systems that I've already explained, which are yielding all these positive results. Yes.
Sammy Gyamfi is our guest on the Super